So, to talk about the real news of the week, and by the real news, I mean the non-news, and just how rampant the non-news is.
It's a problem. It's been a problem for, I'm going to say 10 years.
Oh, easily.
Because it just doesn't fall into film category. It falls into fandom. It falls into politics.
It's like there was a time that news became a 24-hour cycle, like on TV. Mm-hmm. And once that happened, it was like
no coming back.
It was like, yeah, we have to fill 24 hours. Well, now we have like time has nothing to do with it because we have digital. Mm-hmm. Like 24 hours. You wish that you only had 24 hours. We have an entire web page of content that we need shit for.
You need so many articles a day. And
you need so many words per article. And what inevitably happens is stuff like, and this is the only specific example that I have for it, but it's a recent one, and that's this whole Back to the Future thing.
Oh yeah, this Hollywood Reporter poll
that started with the Hollywood Reporter poll.
Just a poll. So THR just did a poll.
Yeah, they just put it was just like a poll, like on Twitter or something like that.
It was just a poll. This is not really their fault.
No,
not really.
No, they just wanted some community engagement, so they put out a poll. Big deal.
Yeah. Do you want to see a Back to the Future reboot?
And according to this article by The Guardian, 71% of Americans are clamoring for a remake.
However,
and this is in the same article, 71% of the 2,201 people surveyed,
that's not a large enough sample size of Americans.
Yeah, you just said of America. Like that, no, you are so far off base. And I expect more from outlets like The Guardian. It'd be one thing if it was like Screen Rant or Cinema Blend,
comicbookmovieguide.com or something.
Yeah, just one of those. And no offense to those guys, I know they're just doing their job.
Do you think?
Like they're just trying to do their job.
People have to make so much content a day.
But you expect more from these big publications. Like if the New York Times came out with a thing and said the exact same words.
The New Yorker or something.
Right. Like if one of these big publications, you just expect more from them.
Yeah. It really lends itself to the problem that we see everywhere of, I want to say, content created that they benefit from your own emotional standpoint and your ability to either be interested, engaged, or outraged.
Yeah, because that's what they want. They want clicks. They want the thing that's going to make you click.
Yeah.
And just by reporting on what the news actually is, that might not be enough to make you click.
It's actually not. And these chances are all these outlets we're talking about do that, but they have to do more.
Yeah. And then somebody comes along and says, here's the thing. I love the piece. But can you give it a snappier headline? Something like that.
Something like that. This is a little bit. I'm going to do a couple examples of what you're talking about, 2 or 3. I read an article today in Wired that said this article is clickbait, and you're going to be upset when you click on it. That's the headline, and then it describes the problem with clickbait. Mm-hmm. And it's factual, and I was a little annoyed that I clicked on it, but you learn more, and it's all based on emotion and confirmation bias. You see this a lot in politics. We want to know things that only make us feel like we're smart and we know what we're talking about. We don't. Yeah. We want to act like we want to validate our beliefs.
Because that's the thing. I mean, it's been kind of a thing in politics for a long time, and it's getting worse in politics. But it's spilled over into we talk about entertainment stuff.
Yeah,
that's all we talk about.
Yeah,
it's entertainment. And it's an issue.
It's awful.
It's an issue with the entertainment industry.
Exactly. One I saw that was and people to talk more about confirmation bias as opposed to the entertainment thing. They do that for this stuff too. Exactly.
Do you not like the DCEU? Are you not a fan of them already?
So many people hate it.
Here's a headline that's just bashing the DCEU just because we know that you'll click on it because we want to reinforce that bias that you already have.
So many people in their brain.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi, same kind of shit.
So many people in their brain know for a fact, hook them up to a lie detector, they know for a fact that Superman versus Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice is a piece of garbage. And there's a good chunk of those people who haven't seen it. They still talk like they know it. And this feeds into that. They're like, I don't need to see a 3-hour movie to do this. They've seen enough confirmation bias to validate their emotions. And these people who put out this content play into that. They know what works and they know what doesn't work. They know how to make keywords to make things work, to make them click on it. And they knew how to get that because it works for advertisement sales. Advertisement sales pay these content creators based on clicks, and it's just a vicious circle. I mean, like we try and do something similar.
I mean, we use the same principles. Like we use numbers and keywords and stuff.
But we put out good content, I feel like.
I mean, we definitely try.
I dig it. But then again, you see things like, usually you can tell, like you got a 50-50 shot of telling if it's clickbait before you click on it. I mean, I've clicked on stuff that's totally clickbait, not realizing it. But you can sometimes keep an eye out. Like there's this one
Sometimes
article,
you click on it and you know that it is, but then you hate yourself because it's exactly what you thought it was.
You already clicked on it. But then there's certain things like, this is pretty funny, and this is my go-to example of bad clickbait headlines. And I forgot who it was. I'm not going to tell who it was. One, I can't remember. Two, they don't deserve credit. The headline is why are millennials the first generation to get rid of their Amazon Prime account? And my emotional, like right away, my logic is, well, they're probably the first generation to give their Amazon Prime account.
Have one.
Yeah, they're the first one to have one. Exactly. It's like, why is the greatest generation the first generation to come back from World War II?
And what's up with all these? And what's up with all these baby boomers dying? There must be an epidemic. It's like, no, I think it's just that time.
The keywords are millennial and Amazon, and it's working to older people who like to discredit our generation for being lazy. And that's a whole other discussion.
No, that's every generation's done that.
And another example of that is, and we're going to tie into it and I feel like we've earned this right to talk about this.
Let's do it.
We're from Florida.
We are the nitty gritty.
Or most of us are raised here.
People think the ATL's the dirty South. They ain't far down enough.
Florida. I've seen so many Florida man headlines now. About a year ago,
Florida man is his own hashtag.
Exactly. About a year ago, there was a story that happened in our own hometown, where a man gets off the interstate and he crashes to a building. And the way, if you know that exit off Fairfield from 110 onto Davis Street, and there's
the shopping center right there.
Some guy comes off of that late at night. He's probably drunk. He's probably messed up on drugs, and he drives to the shopping center.
People in Florida drink. A lot of them drink.
Yeah. I actually, side note, I had to look up one day just to see if there actually are AA meetings that happen in this town, because I didn't believe it. We all drink a lot.
Well, the problem is that they meet at the bar.
Exactly. Anyway, so he crashed into this building. It's actually a church. It's a small church that meets in an office space. He basically ran a red light, got drunk. If you know where it is, it makes sense. But the headline was, Florida man crashes into church, claims he was time traveling, which was his excuse. But when you get down to the article in the second or third graph, it says, I'm going to give a fake name. John Smith, age 31, from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Always.
Dude's not even from Florida.
Always.
This happened in Florida. Headline is Florida man. You know they got clicks. People are manipulative, and it's evil.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Sorry, I went off on a thing there, but I felt
that reinforces the point, though. It is a problem. We're all part of the problem,
and we see it in fandom. We see it with Batman vs Superman. We saw a lot in Last Jedi.
We're part of the problem when we click on it. We're part of the problem when we're working on it. We're part of the problem when we're bitching about it.
I don't know an answer to get out of it, though.
There isn't an answer to get out of it.
Not yet. I have hopes that we'll figure this out one day as a society. We'll like, I'm a little bit optimistic, but as of now,
I just want to do my part to raise awareness of it. Like it's just that elephant in the room that we all know is there.
It's a big elephant that we're all clicking on.
And we're all clicking on that goddamn elephant.
It turns out that elephant, I don't care, man.
Yeah.
It's whatever, but someone's making money off that elephant, and it's not fair. It's not right.
Yeah, and it damn sure ain't us.
Nope.